Welcome to Memento Argentum, where remembering the silver screen is a requirement, not a request. I will be your host, E. Lynn, and allow me to tell you a somber tale. A senator comes into the town of Shinbone with his wife for a funeral. They clearly come from there, as many people greet them as friends. The newspaperman does not, and instead wishes to press the senator for an interview about what brings him to their town. Trying too hard, the senator finally gives in and decides to tell them the story of how he came to Shinbone in the first place. He was originally a lawyer. On his way into the township, his stagecoach is attacked. While trying to save the lady, who is also a passenger, he's beaten almost to death and left by the side of the road thanks to the bandits, making the stagecoach ride on without him. He's later picked up by a man who takes him to the inn or restaurant of the township, where they help him get back his strength and recover. When he gets dropped off, it's revealed that the leader of those bandits is a man named Liberty Valance. While the man who saved his life says that the lawyer should gun up, apparently that's practically the only law, the lawyer refuses. He wants to abide by the actual law, not the law of the land. Unfortunately, just because he abides by the law doesn't mean Liberty Valance does. And thanks to Valance's meddling, it's only a matter of time before the lawyer decides to follow in those footsteps. The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance was released in 1962 and stars James Stewart and John Wayne. This film is in black and white. It's also a request from a subscriber. So thanks for subscribing, and thanks for asking for this movie. This movie is one of the odd ducks. I don't do a lot of Westerns. It's not because I hate Westerns. There are quite a few that I really enjoy. It's just I don't own a lot, so I don't know that I will be able to watch a ton of them. I won't turn them down, especially if they're good ones, as this one was. I am fully prepared to watch a ton of them if it means I get to watch movies like this, because oh man, was it good. Jimmy Stewart, or James Stewart as he's known in the credits, I'm not sure why he's known as that, because I could have sworn most of the time he was known as Jimmy Stewart. I could be completely mistaken, and it could have just been Hollywood calling him that, but he does an amazing job. John Wayne has this weirdly laid back personality. I guess it's because he was such a big man, but he just has this air about him that indicates, yeah, I could do something about that, but why bother? I don't need to. It'll take care of itself someday. But he's not afraid to get his hands dirty, which is also kind of nice. I really, really enjoyed the chemistry between the characters. Jimmy Stewart plays very high strung very well, and anyone who's seen most of his movies will be able to say the same. I felt like the directing was definitely dated, but not in a bad way. For example, Man in the Gray Flannel Suit, the directing was very basic. It was very boring because they didn't do anything really interesting with the camera work. In this one, it's not that they were refusing to do weird stuff with the camera, it's the movie itself would not have benefited from a lot of tricky camera work. Now, there are a couple of shots that are pretty clever, though. So I really appreciated when they decided to get tricky, and kudos to the filmmakers for that. I really enjoyed this film. I thought that the story was very good. I mean, Jimmy Stewart's basically playing a pacifist who's trying to go by the law. He wants people to end up in jail, not in a coffin. Or if they need to end up in a coffin, at least go through the correct means. Like, that is his goal. He doesn't actually want to see anyone dead, but he understands that there is a need at a certain point for death to come into play. And I guess that means I'm pro death sentence. Weirdest thing to come out of a movie review yet. I definitely enjoyed this film. I really thought it was really well done. Anyone that wants to request more westerns, go for it. Just to let you know, I do have quite a few Clint Eastwoods I don't have that many John Waynes though, and I do have Magnificent Seven because, of course, I do. It's Magnificent Seven. Why wouldn't I have that movie? But I would be more than happy to do more westerns. I don't have a problem doing just about any type of film, honestly. Uh, it's just a question of whether I can get access to it. So don't be afraid to request. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and maybe comment down below with, your thoughts. And also, I would like to point out that I have now joined Patreon and started a Patreon account. A link will be in the description for access. So if you feel like you want to toss a few dollars my way, it will be so appreciative. And I will say that any money that I earn from Patreon will be used towards improving this channel. I'm going to be trying to improve this channel. Now, that may be as simple as paying some bills, but it could also be getting a better camera, getting a better microphone. That way, the experience is better. So please, please, take pity on a poor little sap who knows that her channel will be tiny. Um, until then, join me next time for Monty Python and the Holy Grail, because everyone needs to laugh every once in a while. I just happen to do it a lot more than others. Until then, adieu.